Hello everyone, today we are going to start chapter 11, that is measurement in motion. In this chapter, today we will study about only measurement. How will we measure the quantities such as time, mass, length? Now, as we all know, in older days there is no particular instrument with which we can measure length, distance or anything. पुराने टाइम में हमारे पास कोई भी इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऐसा नहीं था जिससे हम लेंथ, डिस्टेंस या फिर किसी भी टू ऑब्जेक्ट्स के बीच में हम मेजरमेंट कर सकें. बट इन टुडेज लाइफ वी हैव सो मेनी ऑब्जेक्ट्स एज रूलर, कंपास, स्केल और वर्नियर कैलिपर और सो मेनी थिंग्स आर टुडे by which we can do measurement. Now let us say we have to measure the distance between 2 points A and B. So how do the olden days people measure it? Because in that time there is no ruler, no compass or no any other instrument so that they can measure the distance or they can measure the length between 2 points. So the people of ancient time used their body parts such as handspan, foot, cubit or pace. In this case, there is only a small space between 2 points as A and B here are showing. We can easily measure the distance between 2 points by using our body parts as handspan, foot or cubit. So firstly, we need to know what is measurement. Measurement is used to determine size, amount of physical quantity using specific device. किसी स्पेसिफिक डिवाइस से किसी भी क्वांटिटी का साइज और अमाउंट डिटरमाइन करना, दैट इज कॉल्ड मेजरमेंट. नाउ व्हाट इज फिजिकल क्वांटिटी? फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज आर द क्वांटिटीज दैट कैन बी इजीली मेजर्ड, जिनको हम मेजर कर सकते हैं एज लेंथ, मास, वॉल्यूम, टाइम. देयर आर सो मेनी मोर फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज बट हियर ओनली वी विल मेजर लेंथ, मास, वॉल्यूम एंड टाइम. द फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज आर रिप्रेजेंटेड एज numerical value into unit. So what is numerical value? As we will discuss further. First, what is unit? A fixed quantity used a standard for measurement. कोई भी fixed quantity जो हमने use की है किसी भी physical quantity को measure करने के लिए, that is called unit. Now this is how we can write physical quantity as, let us consider the distance between 2 points is 2 handspans. Here 2 is the numerical value and handspan is the unit. Now we will discuss why we need for standard units. As we know, in ancient times people used their body parts for measurement. As for length they use 1 foot or for width they use their palm. Now we will discuss one by one each body part they use for the measurement of length, distance or whatever they want to measure. Now see over here, why do we need of standard units? Now here first one is handspan. As we all know, in ancient time we do not have any instruments by which we can measure length, distance, mass or volume. So people use their body parts. First one is handspan. Now what is handspan? Handspan is the distance from thumb from our little finger. This is our little finger and this is our thumb. So the distance between our thumb and the little finger, that is handspan. And how they used to measure it? They used to measure like this. They put thumb over one point and their little finger over other point. Now this is one handspan. This is how they used to measure the distance between 2 points using handspan. Next is foot. Let us consider we have to measure the distance between two houses, this one and this one. So how they use their foot to measure the distance? When they start walking from here to here by step, so the total number of steps he takes, जितने वो steps लेगा उतनी ही distance हो जाएगी. So the distance is equal to the total number of steps taken by the person. Now let us consider there is point A and B with some distance and there are two persons, one man and one little boy. Now both of them started to walk at one time. दोनों एक टाइम पे चलना शुरू करते हैं. What will happen? The man will cover this distance within a less footsteps, but the boy will take footsteps more because the boy have little footsteps. So we can say over here that the distance also vary from person to person. So it should be well defined. ये कैसी होनी चाहिए? Well defined होनी चाहिए ताकि there should be no confusion in measuring the quantity. Now next is cubit. Cubit is used to measure the length. And how? This is from the tip of the middle finger to your elbow. Elbow से लेकर middle finger के tip तक जो distance होती है, that is called cubit, and it is used to measure the length in ancient times. Now, can you tell that all these methods used in ancient time gives accurate measurement? क्या हमें ये accurate measurement दे सकते हैं? No, they vary from people to people or they vary from person to place. Clear? Now there is another example over here. Akhil needs a school bag of with 2 handspan to carry his textbook to the school. अखिल को एक बैग चाहिए जिसकी width होनी चाहिए 2 handspans जितनी. He asks his father to get it. Akhil's friend Abdul goes to a shop and buys a bag of width 2 spans for himself. The next day they compare the size of their bag. Do you think that they have bought bags of same width? क्या उन दोनों का जो बैग होगा उनकी width सेम होगी? Obviously not, because both of the handspans are different from each other. So the width of the bag would probably differ. उनकी differ करेगी क्योंकि जो अखिल के फादर का हैंड है और जो अब्दुल्स का हैंड है वो क्या दोनों differ करते हैं. From this we will able to conclude that in ancient time there are no such method so that we can have accurate or standard measurement for all the quantities. But now there are so many standard units so that we have accurate and proper results. We can use ruler, we can use compass, we can use vernier caliper. There are so many instruments by which we can measure the measurement. So there is a need of standard unit to measure the measurement so that they will not vary from one person to another person or from one place to another place. So what is the basic thing for a unit? It should be well defined, as we have to measure accurately, and it should not vary from one person to another person. Now we will study what are the SI systems of units. Now, as we all know, there are so many systems of unit. One and foremost unit is Cgs, then Mks, then FPS, then SI. Now we have to measure the units of length, mass and time in Cgs, Mks, FPS and SI system. The very first system that is Cgs system. Here C means centimeter, G means gram and S means second. So length here is measured in centimeter, mass is measured in gram and time is measured in second. But after so many measurement there is also many confusion at that time. So after so many years there comes another system, that is Mks system, which stands for M for mass, K for kilogram and S for second. So in Mks system length is measured in length here is measured in meter, mass measured in kilogram and time is measured in second. After Cgs and Mks there are also so many confusions that are still, but 2 or more systems were also developed, that is FPS. In FPS length is measured in foot, mass is measured in pound and time is measured in second. Now what is the SI unit system? SI system, here SI means Standard International System, that is used all over the world. Means it can't be changed. और सारे systems ऐसे हैं जो state to state, जो place to place change हो जाते हैं, but SI system is the system that will not change all over the world. It will remain same. So here length is measured in meter, mass is measured in kilogram and time is measured in second. And the symbol for length unit is small m. For mass unit kilogram is kg and for time second small s. We will measure all these quantities under SI system. As the given table show here, quantities are length, mass and time. All these quantities are physical quantity in the system, that are Cgs, Mks, Fps and SI. In Cgs, length is measured in centimeter, mass is measured in gram and time is measured in second. In Mks, length is measured in meter, mass is measured in kilometer and time is measured in second. Similarly, in Fps, length is measured in foot, mass is measured in pound and time is measured in second. And in SI system, that will not change all over the world, that is, length is measured in meter, mass is measured in kilogram and time is measured in second. Now we will study how to measure the length, mass and time by the instrument that we use today in our daily life. Firstly, we have to learn all the units. The larger unit is kilo, then hecta, then deca, then unit, then deci, then centi, then milli. Now we are going to measure how to measure length. So the unit of length is meter. Now here kilometer, hectometer, dectometer, meter, decimeter, centimeter and millimeter. Kilometer is the largest unit and millimeter is the smallest unit. Now how we will convert all these units from either from smaller one to larger one or from larger one to smaller one. Is let us see, when we go from big unit to smaller unit, let us consider we have to go from kilo to meter. Then we have to multiply how many steps, जितने steps हम jump करेंगे उतनी ही हम zero लगा देंगे, means उतनी बार हम multiply कर देंगे. Next, when we have to jump from smaller to big unit, then we have to divide. How many steps we jump, we have to divide it by that. Now let us see, we have to change 1 kilometer into meters. हमें 1 kilometer को मीटर में चेंज करना है. See, here is kilo, then hecta, then deca and here is meter. Now we are going from bigger unit to smaller unit, so we have to do multiply. Here is 1, so write down here 1, then see how many steps we are jumping. 1, 2 and 3. Here is meter, so put 30 here. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Similarly, when we have to come from smaller to bigger, as we have to come from 1 centimeter to decameter, हमें centimeter को decameter में change करना है. So now see over here, from smaller to bigger, जब हम small से big की side जाते हैं तो we have to divide. Now see, centimeter here and here is decameter. Now see the how many jumps we are doing. 1, 2 and 3. So right here is 1, so write here 1. Now we have jumped 3 steps, so 1, 2 and 3. Clear? So 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 1000 decameters. Similarly, we can change the units of mass over here. As the unit of mass is gram, we can change also gram also. We can change other physical quantity one into another. Now we will discuss one by one all the physical quantity. First, measurement of length. How will we measure the length? We use the instrument ruler, vernier caliper or screw gauge. Now we are using a ruler. Let us consider we have to measure the distance between 2 points A and B, and we are using ruler to measure the length. Now see, as we have taken here this ruler, now how will we measure the length between the 2 points? First, put the scale over here on the points A and B, and we will start from the 0. See over here, we can see it properly. Here we have taken a metric scale that starts from 0 and ends up to 15. Clear? Now it has divided into subparts from 0 to 15. Now how will we measure the length? सबसे पहले हमें क्या करना है, स्केल को जहाँ से हमारा 0 एंड शुरू हो रहा है वहाँ से रखकर स्ट्रेटली ऑन द टिप ऑफ द लाइन की टिप को टच करते हुए हमें स्केल को रखना है. उसके बाद नाउ चेक दैट कि हमने ये सही रखा है नहीं रखा फ्रॉम द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट फ्रॉम वेयर वी हैव टू मेजर द लेंथ. नाउ वी हैव टू रीड द रीडिंग on the scale from starting end to the ending end. where the length is to be measured. Now अगर हमारे स्केल में 0 नहीं है तो वी हैव टू मेजर द नेक्स्ट क्लियर मार्किंग. अगर हमारे स्केल में 0 नहीं है तो हमें 1 से शुरू करना है, उसके बाद वी हैव टू सब्ट्रैक्ट दैट रीडिंग्स. नाउ हियर सी फ्रॉम, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू take the measurement of this line. Now from A to B, see here the marks are 0 to 10, means this line is of 10 centimeter. Clear over here? Here are some correct method to measure a scale. Now keep the ruler on the object so that 0 of the scale is at the starting point from where the length is to be measured. हमें रूलर को वहाँ पे रखना है जहाँ से हमें measure करनी है length. Next is note the reading on the scale on the other hand, that is the point till where the length is to be measured. वहाँ तक scale को रखना है जहाँ तक हमें length measure करनी है. If the 0 marking on the scale is not clear, अगर 0 क्लियर नहीं दिख रही है हमें, देन स्टार्ट द मेजरमेंट फ्रॉम द नेक्स्ट क्लियर मार्किंग. हमें नेक्स्ट पॉइंट से मार्किंग शुरू कर देनी है. एंड फाइंड द डिफरेंस बिटवीन टू रीडिंग्स, और उन दोनों रीडिंग्स के बीच का जो डिफरेंस होगा हमें उनको मेजर करना है. दिस इज हाउ वी विल मेजर द लेंथ यूजिंग अ रूलर. नाउ देयर शुड बी अ करेक्ट वे ऑफ टेकिंग अ मेजरमेंट यूजिंग अ रूलर. नाउ लेट अस कंसिडर वी हैव 3 people, A, B and C. All of have different measurement from their point, but we have to get the accurate reading. So what we have to do, we have to see exactly from the top of the point. हमें कहाँ से देखना है, जहाँ से हमें जो हमें रीडिंग चाहिए है उस पॉइंट के टॉप से हमें देखना है कि फ्रॉम एट विच पॉइंट द स्केल रीडिंग इज़, नॉट फ्रॉम द साइड्स. बिकॉज अगर हम साइड से देखेंगे या तो हमें डिस्टेंस कम दिखेगी, अगर हम यहाँ से देखेंगे तो हमें डिस्टेंस ज़्यादा दिखेगी. सो वी हैव टू सी फ्रॉम द टॉप ऑफ द पॉइंट, नॉट फ्रॉम द साइड, एज इफ वी सी फ्रॉम द साइड रीडिंग मे बी ईदर लेस और मोर. So the person that is standing at the top of the point will read the correct reading. Now, as we have discussed how will we measure the length using ruler, there are 2 more instruments. First one is vernier caliper and second one is screw gauge. These are also used to measure the length. In screw gauge there are 2 scale. First one is main scale and second one is vernier scale. द मेन स्केल इज़ फिक्स्ड. जो मेन स्केल होता है वो फिक्स्ड होता है, लेकिन जो वर्नियर स्केल होता है वो मूवेबल होता है. हम यहाँ पे इंस्ट्रूमेंट को रखते हैं जिसकी हमें लेंथ मेज़र करनी होती है. उसके बाद वी विल मूव द वर्नियर स्केल टू हैव द रीडिंग. सिमिलरली इन स्क्रू गॉज में भी क्या होता है, एक मेन स्केल होता है, एक सर्कुलर स्केल होता है, सो दैट वी कैन ईजिली हैव द मेजरमेंट ऑफ लेंथ. नेक्स्ट इज हाउ कैन वी मेजर द कर्व्ड लाइन लेंथ. अभी हमने क्या देखा कि हम स्ट्रेट लाइन की लेंथ को कैसे मेजर करेंगे, बट इफ़ देर इज़ एनी कर्व्ड लाइन देन हाउ विल वी मेजर दिस इज वी हैव टू मेजर इट बाय टेकिंग अ स्ट्रेचेबल और नॉन स्ट्रेचेबल थ्रेड. हम क्या लेंगे, एक धागा लेंगे और उसका हेल्प से हम क्या करेंगे, लेंथ को मेजर करेंगे कर्व्ड लाइन की. व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, प्लेस द थ्रेड ओवर द कर्व्ड लाइन. इस कर्व्ड लाइन के ऊपर हमें क्या करना है, थ्रेड प्लेस करना है. नाउ वी हैव टू मार्क 2 पॉइंट्स ऑन द थ्रेड. हमें थ्रेड पे 2 मार्क्स लगाने हैं. नाउ प्लेस द थ्रेड ऑन द स्केल. वहाँ से हमें लेंथ लेके उस थ्रेड को स्केल पे लगा देना है ताकि हम मेज़र कर सकें. द मेजर्ड वैल्यू जो हम थ्रेड से स्केल पर लगाकर हमें जो वैल्यू मिलेगी दैट इज द मेजर्ड वैल्यू ऑफ द लाइन. सो देयर आर डिफरेंट मेथड्स और टाइप्स बाय विच वी कैन मेजर लेंथ. So length can be measured using a ruler scale or a measuring tape or vernier caliper or a screw gauge that are used to make the measurement when the length are either smaller than millimeter or larger.